The teaching is an interesting mode of doing animal rights activism, and it is the most revolutionary thing that I do as a college professor. I teach a lot of things at the university. I teach Marxism, anarchism, feminism, postmodernism, all of the radical philosophies of the day. But none of these philosophies are radical in the sense that animal rights is. It's only through animal rights that I generated a huge storm and controversy over myself at the university. It's only through teaching animal rights that administrators started pulling me aside and said, what are you teaching in the classroom? And why are you teaching this? And we don't think this is valid for you to teach. And so it was only through teaching animal rights philosophy that I started to get into hot water with the administration at the university. And again, causing this furor on campus, this radical animal rights professor. And I began to reflect on what is so radical about animal rights as opposed to Marxism, anarchism, feminism, postmodernism. And I realized that it was a couple of things. Number one, unlike any of those other philosophies, it changed your daily practices and habits. It uprooted your relationships with other people, with friends and family. So that if you learn Marxism, you can go home and sit calmly over the dinner table smearing chicken wings all over your face and talk about capitalist exploitation without realizing the immense contradiction of that discourse. And in other words, you can carry on your normal life and your daily habits are not uprooted or challenged in any way. But with animal rights and the logical consequence of ethical veganism, those relationships become ruptured in a way that no other doctrine can cause this turmoil in your everyday life. And secondly, animal rights, unlike these other radical philosophies, which by and large, except for some versions of feminism, by and large reproduce speciesist and anthropocentric worldviews and beliefs and values, animal rights cuts to the core of our species identity, and it challenges our mentality that God created the world for us and that we are created in God's image and that everything is a resource for us to use and consume in our gluttonous ways. And so this is a radical doctrine, and animal rights philosophy therefore not only challenges our habits and practices like nothing else, challenges our image, our species identity, and it gets to the core of the sickness of who we are. It gets to the root of our problems on this planet, because in destroying the natural world, we are destroying ourselves. We are destroying the very pillars of evolution that have been building for 4.6 billion years on this planet. And we're doing this because we have a pathologically sick and alienated worldview, which now is fueled by advanced sciences and technologies that are very deadly and dangerous, by an overpopulation of human beings, and by a capitalist world economy, which is based upon a grow-or-die logic. And you put together overpopulation, capitalism, and the Western Judeo-Christian worldview of anthropocentrism and speciesism, and you have a deadly cocktail. And it's killing the planet and it's killing us. And animal rights is radical in the sense that radic means root. It gets to the root. It's radical because it gets to the root of our problems. It challenges our species identity, and it makes us rethink our relationship to the earth and to every living being on it.